My old headphones died. Well, technically my AirPods Pro 1s have died now officially. Technically only the left one still works, but the right one is officially dead with the static noise. Now, I've been putting off buying new AirPods since these ones were still pretty much killing it. I'm frugal at heart when something works, so, well, I also love tech, and it seems a little bit conflicting at times. And essentially, I'm just very cheap. However, now I have a good reason, so I said F it, and I decided to break these open, and boy, oh boy, I definitely should have bought these way sooner.
Fortunately, they have the crackling noise now on the only one headset. It's not great. I can still hear my wife pretty audibly in the background with her playing with her using the vacuum cleaner. And now let's try new headphones. Alright, we'll see how big of a difference it is. I could obviously still hear her in the background with the vacuum cleaner running. However, it's way higher pitch muted, maybe, is that how I would describe it, compared to the original AirPods Pros. There's an issue with it with the crackling noise, but just going back and forth right now, just purely based off of noise alone, right? Like I could hear myself more clearly, I'd say, just to make sure that this is in the right situation and mode. Okay, so now nothing's going on in the background, right? And it's still pretty muted sounding, I'd say. Okay, change it to transparency mode. ANC on. Okay, it's like everything feels a little bit higher pitched, elevated maybe, is the best way to describe it. Like the treble's a little bit louder sounding. Let's see, I'm gonna step away real quick, so there's no additional feedback. Yeah, this is on the phone right now, but this is what it sounds like.
There.
We're going to try the second gen version real quick, since I'm stealing my wife's time, her personal time right now. She's supposed to be doing whatever she wants at this hour, but instead she's stuck doing YouTube stuff with me. Haha, sucker. Alright, I'm gonna step away real quick. Hey, I got 4 days. Wow! That's kind of nice already about the AirPods Pro 2s. If my wife could say something back to me, I'm curious what it sounds like on my end actually.
Hello?
No?
What?
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah?
Hello?
Yes?
Okay, actually, it's so weird. I don't know if I like the incoming audio on my end, but I'm curious what it sounds like to you on your guys' end on the AirPods Pro 2. Again, second gen AirPods Pro 2.
Alright, now that I've used it for a bit, I really do like the audio quality. It does sound fuller and the bass just thumps a little bit harder. Sorry, I'm not really a true sound guy, but at least for what it's worth, I can vibe better while doing chores and kind of keep my head in the zone. The ANC is pretty amazing. Apple does say it's 2 times better compared to the first generation AirPods Pro. Now, from my experience, I've sat next to my wife and my aunt while they were talking and I couldn't really tell what they were talking about. Additionally, I've been startled a few times, not realizing my wife was near me or trying to call my name. So definitely you want to use this with caution. You don't want to get in trouble with your significant other. So the music is pretty great, as I've said before. ANC is also great, but podcasts do sound kind of fairly similar to me, as it's just words and just people essentially talking. So don't expect anything great with a podcast. Additionally, there are software upgrades utilizing this H2 chip that it offers, such as adaptive audio and conversation awareness. Adaptive audio is essentially a combination of both the active noise cancellation and transparency mode. I had the AirPods Pro 2 in the morning till lunch, as I usually have a few early meetings. It blocked out a bunch of various noises such as the lawnmower going on in the background, as well as me just grinding coffee in the morning. Then, when I do need to respond during the meetings, it automatically switches over whenever I need.
Right now, I'm currently listening to a podcast, right? As you can see, it wants to play to pause, and I currently have conversation awareness on. So as I'm speaking, it basically pauses the audio for me, which is super great. And it even just completely stops it. But let's say if I stop talking right now, what happens? Saw that? It flipped from to pause the play. So if I show this here in this situation, conversation awareness is on, transparency is, or sorry, noise control, transparency is on, as well as conversation awareness is on. So pretty great feature. It pauses the audio. It used to not do that. It used to just lower the audio in the background, but now it actually pauses it, which is great. So pretty cool feature to have.
I feel like a little bit of a jerk essentially doing so, but I had to test it out in this feature in the wild. Speaking of which, I did do an office test, so let's get to that.
As you can see, I'm fully at 100%. I'm going to the office today, so I'm heading to the office today. So hopefully this will be kind of a lightweight simulation of like what it's like with the battery test. Oh, also the charging case. The charging case is currently at 91%, so it's a little late in the day. It's about 9:39, so I'm going to the office a little bit late. Kiddo had some feelings today and had a little fit is what I would call it. So for all you parents out there that know what that's like, yeah, all right, let's head out to the office now. See you guys in a little bit. All right, made it to work. Drive was a bit boring. Yeah, I got a couple of meetings today. Battery levels at, what is that? Does that show up? Does that show up? If that doesn't show up, I have a screenshot on the page right now over here. But yeah, 87% on that drive, 91% the case still. So let's get in the office. Okay, back from the office. All right, at the end of the day, this thing is sitting at 13% right now. Take a little screenshot for this. Psych, it just went down to 12% right now. Taking a little screenshot for this, so it's a reminder for me, but that was the only way I remembered. Today's events, basically, what did we have today? In terms of like what I did today. I had a couple meetings today. Had 5 meetings today that were about like 30 minutes long. 2 of them were in person, so I just kind of left these sitting on the table. And then on top of that, I just played music all day. I actually didn't plug these in at all still, as you can see by my screenshot. 91% still. But yeah, so I'm gonna plug these in and see it's at 12% right now. Put these in here, and we'll see how much juice we get back when we get home. All right. Not bad. End of the day. All right. End of the day at 75%. So this thing went from 91 to 75% in one charge, and then it's. I think when I got home, it was like already at 99%, the actual AirPods itself, but I didn't get a check. Obviously, I had to clean up some stuff at home, have dinner, put the kiddo down, and yeah. One day, basically, your AirPods can last the whole day without even needing the case, but having the case will definitely extend at least probably 3 or 4 more charges. I haven't looked exactly, but if you had to estimate, what is it, like 15% every charge? That's not bad. Can't do math, but 100 divided by 15, it's like what, 6 charges? And then 6 times like 8 hours a day. It's like almost 48 hours on average. On my use case at least, I could probably get 6 charges out of this little guy. But yeah, I think pretty nifty. All right, cool. Let's It's a good battery test for sure.
Wrapping it all up, I think this AirPods Pro 2 are still really good. Obviously in 2024, I just picked these up really late in the game. I honestly wish I'd gotten these a lot sooner, earlier, when they first released with the Lightning Pro version. I don't know how long ago that was, but I had honestly wish I picked these up a little bit earlier. But maybe if AirPods Pro 3 comes out, that's something I could look into, depending on how big of an upgrade that is. Let me know down in the comment section below whether you might switch from AirPods Pro 1 to 3 or 2 to 3 even, or why you think there'd be some sort of feature set that you'd be looking for specifically in the next gen version too. Besides all that though, some cons I have about this device at the end of the day is ANC is really good, but also I guess that's a good thing too. It's a little bit dangerous because I wear these a lot at home whenever I'm doing chores, and sometimes I can't hear my wife, so that's a little bit dangerous. So she'll have to yell at me or tap me on the shoulder or basically scare me, and then I get in trouble for it, essentially, for not being able to hear her. And then but that though, you can utilize adaptive audio or adaptive noise to at least hear a little bit better, where it's kind of like the combo of ANC plus transparency at the same time. So ANC is not as good, but at least you can kind of hear your surroundings at least. And then the pinging ability, right? So you could ping the device on here. And obviously I misplaced my AirPods here and there so often, as well as even the charging case. So that's great to be able to find the charging case whenever you need to. And then lastly, with iOS 18 updates, there will be new features specifically for the second generation. So such things as, head nodding, saying no, with Siri integration. I think that would be really cool to be able to utilize those kind of features without having to maybe initialize any sort of Siri-like commands. But again, I think because I waited so late in the game to pick these up, I think these are still a worthy pick for 2024. Obviously, even moving forward, we'll see what they launch in September. They mean Apple, obviously, for AirPods Pro 3, if that's a thing. All right, well, thanks for checking out the video. Peace.